Hello class, hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Lucero and we are going to continue with a new lesson. In this activity we are going to work pages 96, okay, with the speaking cause and effect, 96, 97, culture, healthcare in Singapore, this is going to be your homework, and page 98, vocabulary number 2, healthy habits, okay. So we're going to start with the speaking activity cause and effect, and the topic is about Emily. Emily is talking to her phone Patrick. Listen and complete the dialogue. So the idea here is to listen to the audio, and while you are listening to the audio you need to complete the conversation. A, B, C, D, E, F. Where's F, G, H, I, J. So, the first activity, just listen to the audio
Unit 6,
and complete.
Track 56, Speaking.
Mom, I feel terrible. I can't go to school today.
Patrick, you have to. This is due to all the Halloween candy you ate yesterday. If you had saved some like I told you, you wouldn't have gotten an upset stomach.
Mom, it's not that. I feel sick because of the party you and Dad had downstairs. Thanks to all the noise, I couldn't get to sleep. I'm sure if I had slept better, I wouldn't have woken up with a sore throat and a headache.
I'm not so sure about that. Everyone had left by 11 p.m., so it wasn't that late. But I am sorry if we caused you to feel bad. If you had told us we were bothering you, we could have made less noise.
So I don't have to go to school then?
Well, owing to the fact you actually sound sick, I'll let you stay home this time. Just don't tell your father. If it had been him talking to you, there's no way he would have let you skip school as a result of a sore throat.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay, get some rest then, and I'll be downstairs. Maybe I got lucky too. If you'd gone to school, I would have had to drive your brother to his soccer practice. Now, your dad will have to take him instead.
Okay, this was the dialogue about Mom and Patrick. Now this is Patrick and Mom. And what do you have to do once again? To listen and complete the dialogue. Okay, well, maybe you are not possible to get the information at first, so you can play the audio many times so you can complete the activity. Remember, I'm going to do this in my activity class, no, on Friday, Monday and Friday, so that you need to be ready with the answers. Okay, now also here I have a box with functional language describing cause and effect. Now we have cause, between parentheses somebody to, as a result of, because of, due to, owing to, or thanks to. No? Those phrases are for describing cause and effect, and also those phrases can be here in this conversation. Owing to is here. No? The idea is to practice this conversation so that you can do it better in class. The next activity is about speaking task. Now prepare a dialogue between you and a friend. Step number 1. Your friend is complaining about not being in shape. Write a dialogue between you and your friend talking about why this is. Now you have 2 pictures. Step number 2. Think of reasons why your friend is not in shape and what cause and effect expressions you could use to talk about them. He's talking about this, no? Display cause and effect. Step number 3. Take turns participating your dialogue. Now, the idea is all of you are going to participate in this activity. So, if you have another idea, you can use this dialogue as a model so that you can transform it in a new one and practice it. Okay, let's continue with page 96. On page 96 we have culture activity, healthcare in Singapore. In number one says read and listen to the article and answer the questions. So that's it. You're going to listen and answer the question. Here we have A, B, C, D. In the second part says, do you like Singapore system of health? Why or why not? This is like a personal answer. And in number three, in what ways is the Singapore healthcare system similar to or different from the healthcare system in your country? For example, here in Peru we have a salud. No, why is it different? It's another personal answer. So let's listen to the article. No, excuse me, here. Yeah, here you're going to listen to the article. Also, take a
Unit
screenshot
6.
so that you can have this article. Yes.
Track 57. Activity 1.
Healthcare in Singapore.
The country of Singapore is a single island with a population of 5.8 million people. And yet, its healthcare system is considered by many to be one of the best and most effective healthcare systems in the world. So what makes its healthcare system unique? Unlike countries like Canada, Sweden, or Taiwan, in which taxes pay for one public system for everyone, in Singapore, the government only pays about 25%. For the rest, individuals and employers pay through an innovative system. To start, the MediSave system requires that 7% to 9.5% of a person's salary goes directly to their health care plan. They then use these funds to pay for health care for routine medical care, like doctor or hospital visits. For more expensive care, for example, major surgeries, there is the MediShield system, a type of insurance. One of the reasons that Singaporean system is so effective is that there are tight government controls and they decide what drugs and treatments are cost-effective. As a result, only these can be paid for with the MediSave funds, keeping the cost of care lower than in many other countries. And how successful is this system exactly? For comparison, in 2014, the average Singapore citizen spent $2,752 on healthcare, compared to $9,403 in the US, that is, nearly 4 times less. However, there are concerns that in the future it may be challenging to maintain the high quality and low cost of medical care. As the population gets older, and as unhealthy foods and eating habits from other countries become popular, the cost of the system could potentially rise. If this is the case, it will be up to the people and the government of Singapore to continue finding solutions to address the country's medical needs.
Okay, this has been our activity. So what do you have to do? It's easy. Well, if you couldn't understand the topic, here you have the topic, no? Healthcare in Singapore, and answer A, B, C, D. For number 1, 2, and 3 are personal answers, okay? And that's it. Just send it through platform. Let's continue with page 98. On page 98, we have vocabulary number 2, health habits. Okay, so we have picture number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And it says number 1, match the phrases in the box with the pictures. Appreciate nature. here, no? Appreciate nature, exercise regularly, keep a journal, limit screen time, practice meditation, establish a routine, get regular checkups, keep a schedule, maintain a healthy diet, reward yourself. So what do you have to do? It's easy. First, match the pictures with some of the words here, no, or the phrases here, no. Remember to practice this activity because it is going to be useful in this part of the unit. If you don't, that is going to be a little bit problem. Remember to check for the meanings because in our classes we are going to practice the meanings. So what does appreciate nature means or establish a routine means, so that you can have this vocabulary clear. Number 2 is the activity for repeating, so you can practice. Let's continue with number 3. Choose the correct words. Keeping a schedule or keeping a journal is a useful tool for recording all your feelings and future goals. Exactly, keeping a journal. It's like, for example, el diario. Okay. B. Hiking is a great way to appreciate nature or practice meditation. What is hiking, mister? Oh, hiking is like walking, but like a kind of exercise. Maybe you go hiking to the mountains or to the beach. Okay, so if I go to the mountain or the beach, I can appreciate nature. Letter C. After following a strict schedule or diet, reward yourself or maintain a healthy diet by taking a short break from your routines. Letter C. Reward yourself. That's the answer. Letter D. It is important to get regular checkups or exercise regularly by seeing a doctor and a dentist at least once a year. Get a regular checkups, no? Uh, that's the idea, okay? Checkups. We'll say in Spanish, un chequeo, okay? Un chequeo. Letter E. Parents should definitely maintain a healthy diet or limit screen time of their kids to ensure they remain active. Limit screen time. Watching TV, for example, or video games. F. Do you limit screen time or exercise regularly either at the gym or somewhere else? Of course, exercise regularly. Now let's see. Here is the keyword, okay? This box is the key to do this activity in a good way. Now let's see. Reading number 2. We're going to start this reading with the changing meaning of good health. Here there are some people, maybe these people are in a party, celebrate, there is a cake with 30, the number 30, 30 years old. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to maximize this, give me a second, much better. The changing meaning of good health. Throughout human history, people have tried to understand human health in different ways. In ancient times, the supernatural was considered the most important factor in human health. All types of physical and mental problems were thought to be the result of gods or other beings. Later, the Greeks revolutionized the concept of health and medicine by focusing on balance in the body and in the environment. Currently, according to the World Health Organization, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. In other words, it covers all areas of life, not just the physical, and is more than just not having any disease. First written in 1948. This definition has been a useful description of health for over 70 years. And if I had not been adopted, we might still be focusing only on getting rid of disease instead of all the other important aspects of well-being. However, critics of this definition are pushing for it to not be changed. First off, there are complaints that this definition is too general and may be a good definition of happiness rather than health. As a result, it will mean that most people are not healthy most of the time. Imagine, for example, someone who is completely physically and mentally fit. However, if that person has had some type of social problem, example, a breakup, for example, when you argue with your girlfriend or boyfriend, no, could they be considered unhealthy? Furthermore, at different ages, there are different expectations. Should someone in their 80s with typical age-related issues be considered unhealthy? If the definition we more specific, give me a second, we more were more specific, and fewer people were considered unhealthy. Fewer people would have needed expensive and unnecessary drugs or medical procedures in recent years. Now, different doctors, researchers, and writers are working on new definitions of often building on the previous one, but adding more details to account for patients' different needs. The hope is that by doing so, we will soon have a definition that works for everyone and that can be the goal of future health care system. Now, here there is an old man and an old girl now for this picture. So, what do you have to do? This activity is going to be done on page 98, 99. Okay, here we have some questions that need to be answered by you. Okay, well class, it's been all for now. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to do these videos for you. Thank you boys. Thank you girls.